Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Jess. And this video She is a best-selling author and clairvoyant doctor of psychology who works with the angelic and elemental realms. She has appeared on Oprah, The View, Good Morning America, CNN, and other programs. And she presents workshops around the world. Her website you can go to and check her out and learn more about her is www.angeltherapy.com. Again, that's www.angeltherapy.com. And you can also tune into hayhouseradio.com for the best inspirational talk radio featuring top Hay House authors. I'm guessing Doreen is one of them. But, so, anyways, the cover design of the cover here, and probably the hard part where you put your guidebook and cards. The cover design was done by Brian Starbest. Color illustration done by Mary Baxter St. Clair. And the photo of Doreen right there was done by Patrina Audit. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to get my medicine to stay under my tongue in my mouth. So anyways, the card that we're talking about, I picked a few out, and tonight I'm going to talk about autumn. This is what they all look like this, the front part. like they said, beautiful, gorgeous illustrations here. Like I like how it says autumn right there, and then it's got these beautiful golden yellow leaves, like for autumn and fall. And it says here, in the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. I love that. And in the photo, you have a little elf boy. And there are 3 fairies. There's one. Looks like a nymph. And there's another. And the flowers are just so beautiful. Little flowers right there. They're not tulips. They're like Lady of the Valley or something bells. I'm not sure. Bluebells. I have a shirt that's got that particular flower on it. In the background right here, you see a waterfall and then a path. There's the waterfall. And the little boy elf, he seems to be holding his hand out while a fairy is standing in his hand. And the fairy is just radiating his beautiful aura field. His auric field is just shining. There's some blues and pinks, some orange and yellow. It looks like the little elf boy's hat has some brown fall leaves on them. So yeah, that's the card. Now let's talk about autumn card. Okay, back to my face here. Alright, so like I said, in the fall season, I've got to read this again. It's such a beautiful quote. In the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. The answer to your question will be fully reaped in the autumn. Just like a garden patch, you'll experience blessings along the way. Keep tending to your manifestation by maintaining positive thoughts and affirming, praying, and taking guided action. Wow. That's neat. The fruits of this work will be ready as the leaves start to turn and the air starts to chill for the fall season. How many of you out there call it fall versus autumn? I particularly, since I am an empath and definitely a white witch, and I work with white magic, I tend to call it the autumn equinox, just like the summer solstice and the spring equinox and then the winter solstice. Okay, and in this deck, the guidebook has additional meanings for each card. So the additional meanings for the autumn card is, it says, return to school. Sorry, guys. A project is nearing completion. Visit or move to a location where the leaves turn bright colors in the fall. I like that one. I like this next one. Grow a vegetable or herb garden. I love herbs. I would love to grow an herb and flower garden. Not so much on vegetables because I've never had good luck with them. They've always died out somehow. The bugs and insects and the birds and squirrels get to them, so I just said, the hell with it. I'm so much better off doing herbs and flowers and cactuses and succulents. But that's another story for another day. So back to my review on the magical messages from the fairies oracle deck, oracle cards, whatever. Also in here, other than the table of contents, and in each deck by Doreen Virtue, her oracle cards, there are approximately 44 cards. So let's stop and think. Fairies are everywhere, yeah? They're in your garden, at the park, with your pet, and wherever flowers grow. Because the fairies are so close to Earth, they offer practical guidance and help with everyday issues such as relationships, health, finances, and such. Excuse me. Fairies know how to work the planet's energies in safe, loving, and magical ways. However, these ethereal beings are sometimes misunderstood. Although they're loving, benevolent creatures, although they are loving, benevolent creatures of God, the fairies, unfortunately, just like us, fairies do have egos, just like human beings, just like humans. And as a result, fairies and humans can be judgmental. But unlike humans, the fairies' judgments are clear cut. They help people who are kind to the environment and animals, and this is what they do. If you are not kind, they withhold aid and communication from those who mistreat the planet or its inhabitants. Basically, if you mistreat Mother Nature, Mother Earth, if you mistreat animals, any of that, you're not going to get any help from the fairies, let alone even see one. You will probably get fairies or pixies, because pixies are the more mischievous ones. They will play horrible, horrible pranks and jokes on you. Yep, they will. The fairies don't expect you to be perfect. None of us are. They don't expect you to be perfect at recycling or environmentalism. They just want you to try your best, and that's all we can do is try our best. So if you do, the fairies will do anything to help you. Anything. And their assistance is reliable, safe, and very magical. This deck of oracle cards will help you hear the fairies' messages and awaken a closer connection with these beautiful nature angels. So maybe you'll get to see one or two or a whole slew of them. So this deck basically is designed for beginners as well as experienced oracle card users, as I had said earlier. Now, let's see how to use your oracle cards. Oracle cards are an ancient, time-honored way to connect with angels and spirit guides. They're based upon Pythagorean numerology, which states that all numbers and images vibrate in mathematically precise ways. That's very, very rad. You can't make a mistake with these oracle cards because they operate with the infallible law of attraction. The infallible law of attraction. This means that your questions, or those of the individual, your client, you're reading for, always attract the perfect cards or card as their answers or answer. That is, you'll always pull the card whose answer matches the vibration of the question. Sorry guys, my nose itched. So next, here are the steps to give an oracle card reading to others or yourself. And there's 5 steps. We're going to start out with step 1. 5 steps. Step 1. Clear your deck. Since your cards are sensitive instruments, they are sensitive tools, just like our crystals and wands and such. Your cards, they need to be cleared of any energy they may have absorbed from the manufacturing process. Steps 1 and 2 only need repeating after another person touches your cards, or if your readings, say like if your readings lack clarity, because the cards, they get clogged with too much energy. If they start getting clogged or cloggy, like sticky like, you'll notice it, and that's when they need to be cleansed and charged. So to clear your cards, first hold the deck in your non-dominant hand. That's going to be the hand you normally don't write with. I'm a lefty, so I'm going to use my right hand. This is my non-dominant hand. Okay, so the hand you normally don't write with, as this is the hand that it receives energy. Form a fist with your other hand. This is the one that sends energy. So my left hand is going to send energy. And if you're a right-hander, your right hand will send energy. And your left hand will be your non-dominant. I hope I'm making sense. There are very few lefties out there, and I am one of them. Okay, let's see here. Clearing our cards. Okay, yes. With the one that receives energy, let's see here. Your non-dominant hand. The hand you normally don't write with, as this is the hand that receives energy. You form a fist with your other hand. This is the one that sends energy, and knock on the cards once with your fist, like you're knocking on a door. I mean, just give it a loud knock. This clears out the old energy so that the cards are now a blank slate and ready to be endowed with your own vibration. Now, a little personal tidbit here of mine. I like to knock on my cards. I mean, a good wham, wham, wham. Not once, but 3. Because 3 is as far as numerology goes, when I see 3, it's like a sign. And I know that it's a biblical number. 3 is an angelic number. 3 has always been there by my side. And eventually I'll make a video about numerology, about 333, and especially 327, which happens to be my birthday. That's for another day. That's a pretty happy, sad, intense story. Okay, so once you have knocked with your fist on your deck of oracle cards, that should clear out the old energy so that the cards are now a blank slate and ready to be endowed with your own energy. Step 2. consecrate the cards. Consecrating your cards is just as easy as the first step, which was clearing your cards. Alright, touch each card briefly to infuse them with your personal energy. You can touch just one corner of each card to accomplish this. Then fan the cards out with the artwork facing you. Hold the fan cards to your heart and think about any prayers or intentions or affirmations, just good happy thoughts in general that you'd like to infuse the cards with. For instance, like an example, you can say the following silently or loud. I ask that all of my readings with these cards be accurate and specific and bring blessings to everyone involved. Please help me stay centered in my higher self so that I may clearly hear, see, feel, and know the divine messages that wish to come through these readings. After that, you want to ask and pray for whatever help you'd like during your readings, such as confidence, clarity, compassion, and so forth. You know, you get it, etc., blah, blah, blah. Your cards now carry your own personal energy, your own vibrations, and intentions. Alright. I just wanted to jump back here on step 1 where we are clearing your card deck. When I'm clearing and charging my card deck, I just count them out. Like 1, 2, all the way to 44. That way I have touched them. So my energy and stuff is embowed in them, manifested in them. I also, when they start becoming cloggy and clogged together and sticky, I will put some of my crystals on top of the deck. You could do that too. It cleanses and especially charges them right on. I mean, it's like a super booster charge. I normally put my amethyst as one, my amethyst cluster on it. My selenite tower. Selenite's great for clearing and charging not just crystals, but your oracle or tarot cards as well. Sometimes I'll also, like if I have 6 or 7 decks of 2 tarot decks and the rest are oracles, so that's like 6. And sometimes I like to put my beautiful chunky lepidolite and charge it, because lepidolite, I just love it. I believe it when it's charging my cards, it's giving my cards a calming effect. It's taking all the negativity out of them. It's giving them peace and happiness and serene. That's what I believe. It de-stresses my cards. Alright, step 3. We're on step 3. Ask a question. Think of a question you'd like the answer to. If you're giving a reading for someone, ask him or her to either think of or verbalize a question. The fairies hear our thoughts, so we needn't voice our queries aloud. Most people that come to me, they don't. They mentally ask. Step 4. Shuffle the cards. Shuffling the cards. Think of the question as you shuffle the cards and ask the fairies to help you with answers and guidance. Now, this has happened to me several times. If one or more cards tend to jump, if the card or cards jumps out of the deck while you're shuffling, please, please, please place them to the side because they're going to be part of your reading. As you're shuffling, you'll likely notice feelings, thoughts, words, or visions. These divine messages will help you further understand the cards you draw. They'll help you understand the cards that you draw. So pay close attention to these impressions as they come to you, as they come into you. Now, when your cards begin to clump into two or more distinct sections, it's time to stop shuffling. You also may receive a feeling, a thought, or a vision to cease, which means to stop. Or you may even hear the words, literally in your head, the words, "Stop shuffling now." Trust and honor these divine messages that are helping you with the reading. You cannot make a mistake and stop shuffling too soon or early because, once again, as the law of attraction ensures that you'll always, always, always choose the correct cards. All right, we are down to our last step, step 5. Hold on here. 1 second, guys. I've got to plug my iPhone in. All right, so step 5 talks about choosing your cards, or choose a card. Pull the top. Okay, it says to pull the top card from the deck. This is the answer to your question. The card that's on the top of the deck is your answer. That's your card. As you read the words on the card, try and notice any thoughts, words, feelings, or visions that come to you, as these are additional messages from the fairies that personalize the card's particular meaning for you. So the fairies helped a little bit there. The picture also holds significance, so pay attention to that too, like symbology. So be sure to study your card, study the details. Okay, so also it talks on here about there are many spreads that we can do with our tarot and oracles. I'm going to talk to you really quick about the 3-card spread. After you have completed steps 3 and 4 above, pick 3 cards from the top of the deck with the pictures and words facing up. Lay the first card to your left, the second one in the middle, and the third to the right. The card to your left speaks about the immediate past in relation to the situation you inquired about. So that's your immediate past. The middle card reveals your question's current status and what you need to know or work on right now. And the card to the right shows your immediate future if you continue on your present path and follow the guidance, which is in the middle card. That is a 3-card spread. Again, guys, remember that you can improve your future by holding a positive outlook and following your inner guidance, your intuition. That's all you gotta do. Now, I'm sorry, crystals falling everywhere. My phone. I'm trying to get comfortable on my bed. I'm gonna talk to you again really quick about after I wrap this up real quick. Multiple card decks. You can use the magical messages from the fairies oracle cards with other card decks to have increased details in your readings. That would be pretty exciting, very cosmic, exciting, like very celestial. So basically, you just simply complete steps 3 and 4 and 5 for each deck again. Then look for the common theme among the cards that you've chosen as the answer to your question. And that is basically it. It just says here at the very bottom, if you do purchase this, the next section of this booklet gives additional meanings for each card. Remember that you can change the outcome of any situation. This is important. So I'm going to start over. Remember that you can change the outcome of any situation through prayer, visualization, and positive affirmations, and even meditation. The fairies can help alter your future for the better if you'll ask and be open to receiving their assistance. So, I know I said I was done. I'm almost done. Basically, I'm going to tell you the last thing here. The meanings of the cards, the meanings of these cards. This guidebook lists the general meanings for every card in the magical messages from the Fairies Oracle Cards deck. So, the card names, they are listed alphabetically according to the first word on each card. Like this one, Autumn, is going to be in the A's. So you find the page and you read the general interpretation and symbolism behind each entry. I really love the symbology, the symbolism with, like, whatever your question is. It's crazy how it can resonate with the drawing, the illustration, the symbology on the card. Your intuition will give you additional personalized guidance. So as you read, simultaneously pay attention to your feelings and thoughts, and always pay attention to your intuition. And that is all that I have for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, and hit that subscribe button. And if you have any thoughts, comments, whether they're negative, I preferably prefer positive, or any questions, or you just want to talk about this deck in general, magical messages from the fairies, and the on this subject, the Autumn card here, leave a comment below. Bright blessings to you all. Namaste.